Hello everyone and welcome back to Great Broadway Fan's YouTube channel. I'm Luke, and today's video, like I said in my introduction video that I just posted yesterday, today, I don't know when I'm going to post these in what order. But the previous video, which was my introduction video, I said I was going to give you guys a tour of my room. I have a bunch of Broadway window cards, and I have some movie memorabilia up on my walls, and my rather extensive movie collection. I recently put all of my movies on an Excel spreadsheet. I have over 250 films in my collection. So, without further ado, let me give you a tour. So, I have to film from my phone because the camera that I use for my vlogs is built into my laptop. So let me give you a quick tour. Here's my Broadway window cards that I've got. Wicked, Heathers, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, Bonnie and Clyde, Bullets Over Broadway, and yes, that is Betsy Wolfe's signature. The 2014 revival of Sideshow with the opening night playbill. My big, beautiful Into the Woods movie poster. I've got this New York City decorative piece. The Last 5 Years poster. I ordered it online and it actually came from China. The poster's made out of silk, which is pretty nice. I've got Chaplin. Anything Goes with Sutton Foster. I've got Singin' in the Rain up here. And then up here, I've got The Wizard of Oz, Meet Me in St. Louis, and The Bandwagon. That's my nightstand, my bed. This is my desk where I do all my filming from, my laptop microphone, and my notebook. And this is my bookcase. Oh, I almost forgot. There's my giant poster of Marilyn Monroe. So, let me show you guys what I've got here. Okay, so now that I've given you a tour of my room, the movies in my collection. I have a stack here, and I'm going to grab more once I move to the next shelf. So, let's get started. We've got The Age of Adeline. It's a great underappreciated movie. Airplane, Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland, the live-action Tim Burton directed version, America, The Story of Us. Like I mentioned, I'm a history major, so I have some documentaries in this collection as well. An American in Paris, Anastasia, the 1982 version of Annie, the 1999 version of Annie, and the 2014 version of Annie. Okay. Anything Goes with Sutton Foster. Yes, this is a bootleg. I'm going to do a video where I talk about my opinions of bootlegs, so don't burn me at the stake or unsubscribe or dislike this video because I own a bootleg. You know what? I live 3,000 miles away from New York City. The only way I can see a Broadway show is if I save up over $5,000, which I don't, or I pay $10 for a pen pal of mine who gives me bootlegs of DVD copies of musicals. Anything Goes with Stephanie J. Block, Marvel's The Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron. I actually like this one better than the first one. I don't understand why with the rest of the world it's the reversal of that, but you know what? I don't know. The Aviator with Leonardo DiCaprio. Beautiful, the Carole King musical with Jessie Mueller. This is the Broadway run. The Bee Movie. Childhood nostalgia is awesome. My favorite animated film of all time, Beauty and the Beast. This is the Platinum Edition. Whoop. There we go. Bewitched with Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. Big Eyes, another underappreciated film. Amy Adams, there she is, won the Golden Globe for this role, and she was well deserving of it in my opinion. Big Hero 6, 2015's Best Picture, Birdman. Bonnie and Clyde on Broadway. Brave. The best 80s film ever made, in my opinion, The Breakfast Club. Unrated version of Bridesmaids. Unrated. Bullets Over Broadway. This is one of my favorite Woody Allen films. And yes, he is a horrible person, but you know what? I can critique his work and love his work and separate myself from my opinions on him as a person and just review and love his movies. Bullets Over Broadway, the musical. And this is the closing night version of Bullets. I have yet to put some cover art on that. Cool. Let me get another pile. Next. Burlesque. The original Bye Bye Birdie with Anne Margaret, Dick Van Dyke, and Janet Leigh. Cabaret with Liza Minnelli, Michael York, and Joel Grey. Cabaret with Michelle Williams and Leeds Hill. He was the understudy for the MC for this particular recording. Captain America, the First Avenger. Cars. The Cat in the Hat. Chaplin, the musical. Chicago. Chicago Razzle Dazzle edition. This is a 2-disc special edition with a bunch of bonus features about the movie. Disney's original 1950s Cinderella. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. That one was the one with Brandy, Whitney Houston, and Whoopi Goldberg. This is Cinderella on Broadway with Laura Osnes. Cinderella on Broadway with Carly Rae Jepsen. She was actually really good in this version. Cinderella, the live-action remake with Lily James and Cate Blanchett. Clue, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Company, this is with the New York City Philharmonic. This is the recording with Neil Patrick Harris and Patti LuPone. The Conspirator. DeLovely. Dear John. The Devil Wears Prada. The first 5 seasons of Downton Abbey on DVD. It's one of my favorite television shows. And Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. I bought this at the Goodwill for $3 and I have never watched it, so that'll be a fun experience. Next pile. Yeah, like I told you, I have a lot of movies. Dreamgirls. This is one of my favorites. This is the original Broadway production of The Drowsy Chaperone. I think this was filmed on the night of their first preview, I think. And the audience just watching this was just completely laughing their butts off. They thought it was so funny. Easy A. I am a huge Emma Stone fan. Edward Scissorhands. Ella Enchanted. The Emperor's New Groove. The most underappreciated Disney film of all time, period. I am still waiting for their ride at Disneyland. Enchanted. Ever After. Evita with Madonna and Antonio Banderas. The Fault in Our Stars. I love this movie so much. I'm a huge John Green fan. I have, right here, I'll show you. I have both The Fault in Our Stars and Paper Towns in hardcover because I love the movie so much. Yep. Footloose. Forrest Gump. Freaky Friday. Frozen. Aw. Gone with the Wind. Grease. I'm very excited for Grease Live that's happening on the 21st of January on Fox. That's going to be very exciting. The 2013 remake of The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. The original Guys and Dolls. Gypsy with Rosalind Russell and Natalie Wood. Gypsy with Bette Midler. The 2006, I think? Yeah, 2006 film adaptation of the musical Hairspray. Heathers, the original 1989 black comedy film. Heathers the Musical. Hello, Dolly. The Help. This is one of my favorite non-animated, non-musical films of all time. Hercules. Hoodwinked. Hotel Transylvania. How the States Got Their Shapes. Once again, another History Channel documentary. Hugo. The Incredibles. And all 4 of the Indiana Jones films. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Next pile. Oh, don't fall down. Next pile. Inside Out. This is the Into the Woods Pro Shot version with Bernadette Peters, Joanna Gleason, Chip Zien, and the rest of the original Broadway cast. The film adaptation of Into the Woods. My favorite. Jersey Boys. Joyful Noise. I was not expecting the 2 of those to rhyme. Julie and Julia. King and I with Deborah Kerr and Yul Brynner. King Kong. This is the Peter Jackson remake with Jack Black and Naomi Watts. King's Speech. Kingsman: The Secret Service. Kiss Me Kate. This is a pro shot version with Rachel York. I met her. She's amazing. I met her when she played Reno Sweeney in Anything Goes on the National Tour back in 2012. She was so nice at the stage door. The Last 5 Years. I don't have any cover art for this one, but it's Legally Blonde. Oh, that's upside down. Legally Blonde. This is the one MTV Pro shot this, and I have a DVD copy. The Lego Movie. Les Miserables. The Little Mermaid Diamond Edition. Little Shop of Horrors, the theatrical cut. Little Shop of Horrors, the director's cut. I will review both of them. The Lone Ranger. I am apparently the only human on the planet that likes this movie. What is wrong with people? It's not bad. It's not horrible. But, I mean, it's not the greatest movie ever made, but it's not horrible. Come on, people. What's wrong? Looney Tunes Back in Action. The Lorax. Love Never Dies. Lucy. This is... Ooh, that's upside down. This is a biopic about Lucille Ball that was made for... what? Sony Pictures Television. Rachel York plays Lucille Ball, so that's why I have it in my collection. Madagascar 1. Madagascar Escape to Africa. Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. Magic in the Moonlight. Maleficent. Mamma Mia. Marie Antoinette with Kristen Dunst. This pile's about to fall over. Mary Poppins 2-disc special edition. That's the original with Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. And Matilda. Next pile. If you're still watching this, thank you very much for still watching this. Mean Girls, I think one of the greatest movies of all time, in my humble opinion. Meet the Robinsons. Midnight in Paris. Mirror, Mirror. Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. This was recommended to me on Netflix, and I watched it, and I absolutely fell in love with this movie. I'm not a huge fan of those films that where the whole action takes place in like 24 hours, but that was a very good movie. I will review that one. I'll review all these movies. Mona Lisa's Smile. Moulin Rouge. The Muppets. The Music Man. This is the remake with Matthew Broderick and Kristen Chenoweth. My Fair Lady. My Week with Marilyn. The Mystery of Edwin Drood on Broadway. This is the revival. And then the closing night of The Mystery of Edwin Drood on Broadway. National Treasure 1. National Treasure 2. Disney, what's wrong? I'm waiting for the third movie. Who else is waiting for the third movie? Night at the Museum. Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. 9. Noises Off. This is one of the funniest comedies I've ever seen. It's based on the play of the same name, which is written by Michael Frayn, and it's coming back to Broadway in 2016 with Andrea Martin and Megan Hilty. The Notebook. If you can't already tell, I'm a fan of many different kinds of movies. On the Town. Oz the Great and Powerful. Paddington. Paper Towns. Penelope. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Peter Pan. This is the live-action film adaptation they did back in 2003, 2004, I think. Kathy Rigby is Peter Pan. I'm not joking. That's what it says. Kathy Rigby is Peter Pan. Peter Pan Live, the one that NBC did with Allison Williams and Christopher Walken. Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera 25th anniversary concert at Royal Albert Hall. This is random. This is the Pink Panther animated collection. This is all the cartoons from the 1960s that they did. Making sure that this doesn't fall over. Live action Pink Panther with Steve Martin. Pitch Perfect 1. I've yet to buy Pitch Perfect 2. I'm sorry. And The Princess and the Frog. We're almost done. Next pile. The Princess Bride. I'm very excited because I hear that Sarah Bareilles is writing the score for the musical adaptation of that. Princess Diaries 1. Princess Diaries 2. The Producers. Ratatouille. Reefer Madness, the movie musical. Yes, this does exist. It was very hard to come by on eBay, but I found it for $9. Rent. Rent filmed live on Broadway. A River Runs Through It. Rock of Ages. Saving Mr. Banks. Scooby-Doo 1 and 2 in a DVD collection. Shakespeare in Love. Shrek 1. Shrek 2. Shrek the Third. Shrek Forever After. Wait. Yeah, Shrek Forever After the final chapter. And Shrek the Musical. Sideshow. This is the 2013 revival that was done at the La Jolla Playhouse that I saw live. And then this is the Broadway revival that they got to. Singing in the Rain. Aw, this is one of my favorites. I love this movie so much. We watched it in film class, and I had a huge grin on my face. I was so happy. Sleeping Beauty. Smash Season 1 and Smash Season 2. Oh, bad glare. There we go. Sound of Music, original with Julie Andrews. Sound of Music Live with Carrie Underwood. Sparkle. This is actually, I didn't realize this. I watched this movie and bought it, and this is apparently a remake of a movie of the same name from the 1960s, which I've never seen, but it's in my Netflix queue. SpongeBob the Movie Sponge Out of Water. Spy. This is easily one of the funniest films that I saw this year in 2015. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Tangled. Please don't fall over. Ted. Thoroughly Modern Millie with Julie Andrews, Carol Channing, and Mary Tyler Moore. Thumbelina. Tin Man. James Cameron's Titanic. Last pile, I promise. And last pile of movies. Secrets of the Titanic. Titanic 100th Anniversary. The Complete History of the Titanic. Toy Story 3. Victor Victoria. Waitress. Waking Sleeping Beauty. West Side Story. The Wiz. The Wizard of Oz. Woman in Gold. And Wreck-It Ralph. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I have box sets of DVD collections. So hold on. Let me get those. Okay. So this was given to me by my grandmother for Christmas last year. This is the Marilyn Monroe Premium Collection. It contains 17 movies that she did with 20th Century Fox, going from All About Eve all the way down to The Misfits. This is Turner Classic Movies Greatest Film Collections. They usually do a 4-pack of these, and this has Broadway musicals, which includes Showboat, Annie Get Your Gun, Kiss Me Kate, and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. This one's got The Bandwagon, Meet Me in St. Louis, Singin' in the Rain, and Easter Parade. This I bought at Costco. This is a 16-movie collection. You've got the Doris Day collection, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland, and Gene Kelly. So 16 of those films. And then finally, the last box set that I own is the Best of Warner Brothers 20-film collection musicals. And I own some of these, but I don't. But the ones that are new to me are The Jazz Singer, The Broadway Melody, 42nd Street, which is a classic, The Great Ziegfeld, Yankee Doodle Dandy, A Star is Born, the original with Judy Garland, The Music Man with Robert Westerberg from the original, Viva Las Vegas, Camelot, and the original Hairspray. So those are 20 movies. My box set collection. And that is all of my movies. So thank you guys so much for watching that. That took a little bit of an effort, but that's my room. That's my bookcase. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. You can follow me on all of my social media. I'm on Twitter at GreatBroadwayFan and on Instagram and Tumblr at GreatBroadwayFan. The next video I'm going to post is not going to be a review. I will start reviews next week, but the next video that I'm going to post is going to be me doing a live reaction to watching The Wiz live on December 3rd on NBC at 8 p.m. Be sure to tune in, and I will post that video probably December 4th or 5th, day after. Follow me on social media, and I'll keep you posted. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.